Hello, my name is Annemarieke Kloosterhof and I'm the paper artist commissioned by Leighton House Museum for the exhibition Ghost Objects. This one standing next to me is one of the 4 pieces that I made for this exhibition. This is the cabinet, which would originally have been a ebony and ivory inlaid cabinet. This man I found after doing a lot of background research on another cabinet which was built in a very similar time, because the reference picture I had for this one was just one black and white grainy photo with all of the detail kind of getting lost in it. It was really lucky to find that whoever made this, or maybe their apprentice, has created similar pieces with this exact same symbol at the front, so being able to trace that back was quite special and also helpful for the museum. Through the shadow on the floor in the picture, I was able to research that it would have had a brace similar to this piece here. So to create all these detail out of paper, I used the same type of paper, which is bright white from GF Smith, but I used several different thicknesses in the GSM to create a slightly different color variation in the hue. Another interesting thing about this is the complexity not only of the paper cutting and the making and the building of it, but also of the gluing of the pieces. So originally, because this is so detailed and fine, I was going to use a spray mount to make sure that everything was stuck together, but then you started to see dust collecting. So what I did instead for the smaller pieces on this is insider tip, I use a syringe, like a refillable syringe for like printers or surgery, and use Yoo-hoo glue inside the syringe and then use a really fine needle so you can get all of the lovely detail without any glue overspilling. And when it dries clear. However, as we were building this during the heat wave of 2025, which somehow seemed to last the full 4 months of the summer that I spent on this project, when I first made these legs back in May, by the time I was ready to attach them to the cabinet in June, all of them had started to warp and the paper had started to wobble. So I had to redo it all, but this time using carpet tape instead. So that's a really thick double-sided tape, and sort of cladded the whole piece of paper every time I needed something crisp and clean, like the top and sides of this cabinet. I like to make things more complicated for myself, so I really wanted this to be a functioning cabinet. So not only do the handles work and are 3D, but I also made some paper hinges. So the doors are fully openable and closable. I really enjoyed making this piece. It was the first one I did out of all 4 pieces. And there's lots of behind the scenes photos and videos and photographs which I'll be posting on my Instagram, just exactly how this was built. And also the museum will have their own YouTube channel for Leighton House Museum showing all the different behind the scenes of not just this piece, but also the other 4 pieces. So do check that out. And yeah, thank you for watching.